I am always one ahead.
Why is that?
I don't know what it is. I feel like I get lost in podcast number count world. Like, because I just feel like we just doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just be going and just going. Hi, Lyric Perez.
What's going on?
Nothing. That was deep. Jesus. Yeah, that was, Jesus, all right.
I can't help it.
I know. I'm not going to share my hidden joke that I have on you. but I will. At some point, I will.
A hidden joke?
Yeah.
Like to yourself, like you never shared it before and it's
Yeah.
hidden within you?
Yeah, it's
You're
hidden,
the
it's
only
hidden
one
within.
that knows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming back. Grassroots Podcast. As always, be sure to subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified for our latest to the greatest episodes.
Did you say the noti note?
You're fucking up his flow.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Detroit Jeff is in the building. So yeah, Jeff came all the way from Detroit, so we'll finally get to hear from Jeff. We always mentioned you, obviously, Jeff, because you're family on the show, and everyone's like, "Who's Jeff?" So Jeff is finally here, and we call him Detroit Jeff. And yes, I said hit the notification button to be notified for our latest to the greatest.
Noti? That's cute.
I know.
I thought it was a mistake, but
Like a DJ scratch with a word.
But it wasn't.
Thanks for listening to the show, Larry.
The noti note.
So yeah, we're gonna have some fun this episode. Erin is off, I don't know, in Europe on some like peace tour. I don't know where she's at this point. So she's off today. Naz and Wilson are running late. So this is gonna be like a fun interchangeable episode, you guys. So Lyric, y'all already know Lyric. Detroit Jeff will be on as well, and then we'll interchange everybody out. So don't be startled if 1 minute you go to the bathroom and then the next minute you hear different people or see different people. So we'll have some fun.
Shout out to the people who are on time.
Yeah, word. All right, so let's. Where do y'all want to start? I wanted to start a little bit with you guys and the live show. We put on our first live show.
You guys, you too.
Huh?
You too, you guys, you.
Well, yeah, but
congratulations.
us.
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You
Turn up. Come on, count with me.
Lyric, you have to work on your like beep, 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 beep. Like it's not. It's yours is mad like beep, 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 beep. Like you got to work on
It's been a
It's a bird call.
And can you hold the mic? You know how
okay.
this goes,
All right,
Lyric.
all
You
right,
the
all
what
right.
person. Brandon, hold the mic here.
Sorry.
Like,
how about that? You can hear me better? I can't hear me.
All right. Listen. So how do you guys feel? Like, was it everything that you guys expected? What was it not? Like, you go first, Lyric, because you came in.
I had so much fun. You know, you guys feel so competent to me. So I was really surprised when you asked me to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came to help you guys, I realized why you needed my help, and not in a bad way.
No,
Not in a
yeah,
bad way.
yeah.
Like me just being that kind of like showrunner person to help you guys.
You need that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy that I got to do that, and I'm glad that you guys murdered that conversation. Everybody had a different perspective. Jinx was amazing and funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he's super comfortable in his own element now. And I think that the conversations and the theme of the conversation was really important. And I think he nailed it on the head when he said both. To the answer of what was the theme? It was do the artists
dictate the success of the artist, or do the artists dictate their own success?
No, wait. So do the fans
Oh, fans. I'm sorry. Yeah.
the success of the artist, or do the artists
I practiced that
dictate
and I messed it
the
up again.
success
That's
for
horrible.
themselves? And the answer basically essentially was both.
Yeah, both. Which was interesting. Hold on, I'm gonna pass the mic to Chris. Chris, tell me what you think. Number one, I think you did an amazing job. You and Lyric were yelling at me the entire time.
Yes.
I went to ask Chris if he was okay. He said, "No, are you okay? Can you go do your job?" So I want to pass the mic to Chris and let you get some off.
Nah, so I thought the live show was great. Like, working with Lyric was amazing. She's just an inspiration. Like, she kind of taught me the ropes on like how to run a show, how to design like a theme of the show, our topics, and everything just ran real smooth. We worked like as a team, and I couldn't be more proud of us.
All right, Jeff. What you think, Jeff?
I think it was cool to see your guys' maturation as a crew. So obviously I've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
I've seen every episode, and it was nice to see how you guys have evolved and how you handle
How we have evolved. Listen.
the on mic talent had evolved.
My bad. Y'all be punking me. Y'all be punking me.
You got imposter syndrome?
I know, yeah. Y'all be punking me. Go ahead.
But yeah, no, I think it went smooth. Honestly, outside of the minor hiccups that happened that are going to happen on a live production, couldn't ask for more.
Yeah. G, what did you think, G? Even though I know you were running ramp, I felt so bad for G. G, working, man.
We were putting our fires together. He was learning on the fly.
Trying to find the right words.
You know.
Well, there was a learning curve, but I think we got the job done. We had an amazing turnout. Like first show, and to move as fast as we have, I think is incredible. Yeah. And I guess I'm the youngest member of the team, not as far as age, but as far as how long I've been here. So it's just cool to be a part of it.
Okay.
Yep.
G, the man of many words.
How was that?
Thanks, G. Michaela, what did you think? Michaela came on a little towards the end of this, with WeWork and everything, and just kind of just jumped in. And I know we didn't get a real proper introduction for you, Michaela. When I tried to post Michaela, she said, no, don't post that picture. So I was like, all right, cool. So that's why I said I'd just be getting punked. But what did you think about the whole experience? Like, and you've worked for, you can tell everybody about yourself, though, I guess.
I was gonna say, G, I actually am definitely the newest person around here. So, but no, like Chris was saying, I was just inspired by all y'all, by working as a team, and like Brandon, you keep reminding me we are a team.
Yeah.
And so that feels really good. I thought it all went very smooth. I thought I was like, okay, everything that kept going on, I was like, all right, we got to do this next time, and thinking about that and how we can get better and better and better. But I mean, I thought it went as perfect as it could have gone, and really good response from the fans and the crowd that was there. You guys we have a really good support team.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to the fans. Bam and Kyle, share some thoughts. Y'all on some creative shit. Stop working for a second. Just share your thoughts.
Yo, so this is Bam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the live show was amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's just a culmination of just 2 years of hard work. I really I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh yeah, this is happening because it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing that did have me a little bit taken back was like when I really looked at the room and just how everybody was like locked in. Like, early.
Yeah.
Like, everybody came early, sat down, and was waiting for the show. Like, So yeah.
Yeah.
Little shoe wop going on.
That's Kyle, guys.
Yeah, it was great. It was great for me. It was a vibe for me.
Yeah.
It was nothing but love. So I'm glad that all of us share people that come in that really care for us and all that. So when you didn't matter who you talked to, it was going to be love, you respected and whatnot. So electric slide all the way around for me. My pop was in there. You know what I mean? My pop was in there. Yeah, so it was just dope. It was dope. I loved the whole fact, and to look back and be able to see like we really worked hard as fuck for this, and to see like all of those people there, and not just standing around like we kind of looking out for you, but like Ben was talking about being actually invested. Yeah. It really meant something, and at the end, for us to really look at each other and be like, damn, we really did this shit. It really showed like hard work really pays off. So still on cloud now for me.
Word.
I think my favorite parts were the audience and like who was in the audience.
Yeah.
And then also the engagement of the audience, and then that beautiful sizzle clip that you guys had in the beginning. Where somebody called you Common. And you saw like the evolution of you guys. Like that was very like heartfelt to me.
Yeah. Honestly, my favorite parts on some really cheesy, selfish shit was seeing like your pops be happy. Kyle, like to see everyone, you guys' representation, like your tribes be there, whether it was significant others, whether it was parents, whether it was whatever, like to see them look at all of us, because I feel like as creators we all get yelled at, right? Like by family members, you don't ever come around, or you're so busy, and they never get to see like what it is that we're doing a lot of times. And I think for them to come out and see it, like even my mom was like, yo, I get it, like that was really nice, like wow, like I'm really impressed by everything. So I'm happy everything went off. I was more so surprised that everything went off well the way that it did. Like for a first show, like a lot of the feedback we got was, it didn't really seem like a first show for you guys. And I was like, yeah, it was for a first show for all of us.
Your first live show.
Well, first live show, first live show. You know what I'm saying?
I did like Erin's outfit too. I forgot to mention.
Well, no, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because
Don't make it a spectacle.
No. Erin tried to come in looking like a little hottie patati.
Right. She did.
Erin pulled a fast one. So I said, yo, E, you know what I'm saying? I hit everybody. Like, yo, what you wearing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Erin's like, oh, nothing. I'm just putting this little piece together. Nothing crazy.
She's like, I'm going to go. Hold up. We was on the East Wing. And I'm like, yo, Erin, where you at? Your mother's looking for you. She wants to give you a gift. She sent me this picture. She was in the West Wing.
Yeah.
So she went all the way to the West Wing. She went all the way to the... in a room. Like, okay, guys, you got this? All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get ready. And then she totally dipped and came out like...
And she came out like Grace Jones or something, like walking with a drape or something. She's like, okay, I'm ready, bro. I said, E, what the fuck are you doing right now? What is happening?
She wasn't playing.
Yeah, and we're going to get to her little thirst traps, too, because, E has that, E is good, man. E is good.
Listen, she's not a thirst trap. People are just thirsty.
Okay, all right. Women empowerment. I see what's happening here.
That's right.
But
definitely gonna have to bring the red carpet to the next show if she's gonna stunt like that.
Word. I came in sweats. Y'all was killing me.
She make that shadow money now. She ain't playing with y'all.
Yeah, she wasn't playing around. So, and shout out to Mama Simon. That was great to see everybody, and Grandma Simon and Grandpa Simon. Everyone. I was just really excited to see everyone and have their moment. So I'm really excited about it. I also really wanted to thank L's Food. L, this is actually L's drink. I know we don't have a label on it just because I stole this from L.
No, you didn't. That's my drink.
Yeah, no, but I stole them too. I stole drinks from her. So thank you.
Sorrel, beets, cayenne pepper, turmeric, pomegranate. It's mad good.
Yeah, it's amazing. L, please come back and work with us, please. The food was amazing. The drinks were amazing. You and your staff were amazing. So really thank you for that. Same thing goes for Ty Powell. Ty is like, she's family. Like, for the love of music, working on that project with her and her book, and then just her going into the production aspect and what she contributed to the show, it's really humbling. So thank you guys both. Also, I can't forget about We of Color. Gotta thank We of Color for helping us and trusting us with this event. Like, you know what I mean? They took a chance on us, and we knocked it out the park, I think. So, all right, I'm off that soapbox. Let's get into some topics. A lot has been happening. First, let's get into Kodak Black. So Kodak Black...
They're trying to retire him.
Yeah, they're trying to get Kodak Black out of the paint. So last week, it was reported out that Kodak Black was being sentenced to, 24 months? I always get it wrong, Chris. It's 3 years pretty much. For assault charges and things of that nature, or weapons charges. Weapons charges. Yeah. And then it just came out, when you guys hear this, it came out Sunday, or Saturday rather, that he was now being charged with assaulting an officer. So I'll read off what actually happened with that, and then we'll get into that whole spiel.
Because they're trying to give him more years now.
Yeah, they're trying to give him consecutive years.
But that's not anything to do with the new charges.
Yeah, it has nothing to do.
And didn't he tweet from like the box, which is, for those who don't know, solitary confinement? Yeah. He was like, I'm still running shit. Someone's giving him the phone for social media or something.
Yeah, so it came out. Kodak Black hospitalized prison guard. That Miami Herald reports that on October in October, prison brawl that led to hospitalization of security guard was at the hands of 22-year-old rapper. According to the FBI agent's testimony, Kodak Black punched the guard twice and then grabbed and held onto his testicles to the point where his abdomen and intestinal walls were breached. The unarmed officer...
breached? Like somebody was securing it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who wrote that? What blog is that? What website?
That's Complex.
It's Complex.
Oh.
So I was gonna wait for the punch there. Yes, Jeff. Yeah. So the unarmed officer suffered a hernia and will require surgery for his injuries. Now Kodak, to Lyric's point.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what the problem was.
I'm trying to get.
It was breach. So like, what happened in the like? Does that mean like it was just squeezed?
I think
he was violated and it just hurt.
It's past hurt.
What happened internally?
Yeah, internally. Yeah. So the ending of this.
So he got a hernia.
His abdomen wall.
And that's not a hemorrhoid. A hernia is like.
Yeah.
What happens to your belly button when you have a hernia?
Well, that's the umbilical hernia.
Yeah, it's the umbilical hernia.
There's mad different hernias.
So his was the ending is the unarmed officer suffered a hernia and will require surgery for his injuries, pretty much to his testicles and private parts, because he's apparently or allegedly Kodak.
I'm still not clear on what. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I want to be educated. So a hernia is when.
It's like pulling a muscle.
All right, we all got phones here.
Yeah.
And now it's like pulling a muscle. All
yeah.
Right.
Well, somebody will find it.
Siri.
Regardless, the man is hurt.
What does a hernia mean?
Yeah.
A hernia occurs when an organ.
Condition in which part of an organ is displaced and stop it, guys, and protrudes through the wall of the cavity containing it.
And you still don't know what that means. I can look at you. I can tell.
Stop.
I'm just telling you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I just said. Regardless, it's hurt because the medical terminology for it is very.
So Kodak
wordy.
Black squeezed somebody's testicles and
to the point
inside of him.
Yeah, that is an actual tactic too.
Like
by the way, you can hurt
his
somebody.
balls inside of him. I'm not trying to be funny, you guys. He pushed his balls up for real. Like his scrotum went inside.
No, he squeezed. Like it's a. I can't describe the pain. It's almost like if you've never been hit in the nuts, and I hope. But
you don't.
You don't have nuts. But getting hit in the nuts is very painful. I can only imagine what it was like
but
getting.
I have titties and I have ovaries, and I can imagine what it feels like.
Well, yeah. Well,
I
same
have the
thing.
nuts
Just think you got
my
punched in
body
the
and
ovaries.
Yeah, just think.
right, exactly.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
let's just picture you got punched in the ovaries. But in a more serious note, though, he's now allegedly facing 2 consecutive. Well, they haven't determined whether it's going to be consecutive, but it's 2 charges of 30 years, and they don't know whether it will run congruent or consecutive.
That's like. Come the fuck on. That's just they just hating. I'm not saying like.
Wait,
hold on.
I mean,
Hold on,
after
hold on.
getting into
Hold
a
on.
brawl.
It's one
Yeah.
thing. Oh, well, like I mean, I guess because you think about value and you think about time and you think about prison, right? Maybe it's because I listen to Remy all the time and I think about this. It's like it's punishment, right? Correctional facility. Like, how do we correct that issue? Okay, he fought for his life. Why did he squeeze the dude's testicles? What's going on anyway? You know, do we even really know? No, we don't really know. But to be like, all right, now I'm gonna give you 30 plus another 30 for squeezing somebody's testicles.
No, it's for separate gun charges.
Separate gun charges
that he hasn't been convicted of yet.
Yeah.
But with those 2 things in play is what I mean.
Oh, you're just saying
To
with the
justify,
combination. Yeah.
Right. My fault if I didn't say
mean-
it right. But you know, it's like, is that gonna solve his problems? Like that's 60 years of his life. Like that means he's gonna be in prison for life because he fought an officer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're labeling him a habitual offender.
Well, yeah.
And
I mean,
and you know
clearly.
you know how that goes once they put that label on you. It's one of those things where that whole theme or concept of jail being a revolving door is really a thing.
So
for
how
them.
do you feel about that? Do you think that maybe they should be supplying this young man with therapy and other things? And, you know, like they have privileges for him apparently, and we don't really know who's teasing him or what's going on. If we have some Nipsey fans in there that are getting at him for the comments, the ignorant comments he said about Lauren, like, you know, like it could be a slew of things. And, you know, so how do we feel? I guess how do we feel? Do we have empathy for Kodak? Do we care? Do we think that? What do you think?
Excuse me. For me, I think therapy is important just for everyone, right? Do I think that the justice system feels the same way? No, right? Like the purpose of
They pretend to.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The mask or what they present to you is obviously the cliche thing is. Incarcerating someone is supposed to rehabilitate them. In fact, it does the exact opposite of that. So, yeah, no, I don't think that they're doing what's best for Kodak. I think that they are going to make an example of this black boy that has had criminal history, and now it's like, all right, we have you, and now we can do some things to you. I also think you got to put onus on he's got to put onus on himself, right? Like. You got to take accountability. What do you think would happen? And again, this is all alleged, but what do you think would happen you assaulting an officer like that? Like, wow. You know what I mean? But
Do you think he's a psychopath?
You know what? I don't know. I've never met him.
We've seen in the past he's been on like Instagram lives and been like
tweaking out. I mean,
on drugs, right? That looks like drugs, right?
Yeah.
And psychopathy is a whole thing that a lot of us are miseducated about that we don't really understand. And when one is so far gone and so fucking like saying dumb shit, like like he obviously maybe he lacks empathy, and therefore doesn't even care about himself, and it doesn't even realize what the reality for him even means at this point. And I think that's the part for me that, like, I scroll past it and I'm like, okay. When I, it's like I almost scroll past it like I don't know what to do and I don't know how to feel or what to think, because I didn't like when he came out with that Lauren London shit. I'm trying to remember, and then even like his prior charges too, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So, and it was just something about him was just really weird to me, even though I like some of the music, not really all of it. I don't like the things that he says.
I think he's talented, yo. But you know what? We've touched on the show, right? Like, he's 22. Imagine coming from a bad area at 22 and then getting a lump sum of money without any proper people around you, without having guidance. Like, we don't know. He's often said, yo, my upbringing was crazy. Like, I didn't have those father figures. Like, like, what do you want me to do? I'm a kid that made it. So for me, I factor that in. That's the majority for most artists, right? Like, most artists don't come from humble beginnings. Most of them aren't experienced or aren't seasoned in just how to maneuver. Like, we just covered this with Summer Walker and just how she was handling things. Like, this is all new. So I do have empathy for him, but it's kind of like, fam, like, I'm also a firm believer. Sometimes people have to go through things to change. Sometimes you have to kind of get put down or beat down or have a lesson taught for you in order for you to learn. And then there are certain times where people don't ever even learn from it. So I just don't know that 60 years makes sense. That's my only thing. Like, 60 years, this kid deserves 60 years. And I also want the context of the fight. Why did he do that, right? Like, why did he?
That's what I'm saying.
Why did he assault that guard the way that they assaulted him? Like, and maybe we'll never know, but I don't know that 60 years makes sense. When you had the other guy, what was the other guy? The older white guy that enslaved the worker. Did y'all see that? So, and I know this is off topic, but something had came out last week. There was some company or something to the effect. Chris, let's look it up because I want to make sure we get this right here. I'll give you the mic. Actually, you can read it out.
So it was a South Carolina restaurant manager who enslaved and tortured black workers, and he finally got sentenced. He got sentenced for 10 years.
Which is half of the length of the slavery aspect of it. So that was just.
I was just thinking too, like Kodak Black. Like, I was thinking about his name. I was thinking about his hairstyle. I was thinking about buckwheat.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, you mentioned there like an example, right? Like, we can do whatever we want with you. Where is he locked up?
I think, is it Dade County? Yeah, Dade County.
In Florida?
In Miami, yeah, Florida.
F-U-C-K.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, look.
I get it. I get it. Like, I get it. But, like, 60? And not even.
I mean, he has money, right? He has attorneys. He's tweeting from the Bing. He's saying he got this.
Yeah, someone.
And so, let's for the better parts of us, let's have him in our prayers. Let's have let's hope the best for him, because as a black man in America, we want to see him do better. As even T.I. approached him like, yo, like, that's holding each other accountable is important. But everybody makes a bed that they have to lie in. So God bless him. This is America. Don't catch you slipping.
Yeah, pretty much.
Follow the gun laws.
Yeah, word. But it was like, till you said, like, that's justice. When we were talking about the slavery thing, you're like, yo, that's justice. And then obviously that was sarcasm that you were talking about. But it's like, yeah, to Lyric's point, don't catch you slipping. like what more needs to happen?
When I was young, I was stupid as shit.
Yeah, all of us were stupid at 22. Everyone has done dumb shit.
And I was a little more fearless then because I felt like I didn't really have anything to lose.
Yeah.
You know, so
and he has a lot to lose.
maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's not his reality. Yeah. Maybe that's not his perception. Yeah. Sometimes money makes you feel invincible. Sometimes your status makes you feel invincible, right? Yeah. Like Drake was on the stage and he's used to getting all that energy. So when you have people not doing that, it's kind of like it's a wake up call. Yeah. But because now you're tapping into a whole nother reality with a different perspective. That maybe wasn't yours. It's like bursting your bubble. Yeah. So until, like you said, it's not sometimes, but all the time we have to go through something that will kind of make us rise from the ashes. But that's up to the individual if they change their own reality and their perspective.
I agree. So, I really agree with you.
Even if he beats the 2 gun charges, he still has other pending cases.
Well, that was the other thing I was just looking
at. 46 months.
Yeah, that was the other thing I'm looking at. Like this kid has an uphill.
That's why they're doing it.
And that's what I'm saying. This kid has an uphill battle. So it's just accountability. Like.
It honestly sounds like a kid who made it, who wasn't raised right, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but he wasn't taught right from wrong, and then he has influences in his life that say, "Oh do that," and they're not the right influences.
Yeah, and that's what I look at. Like, it's just all about having a good core around you and a good tribe around you. So we'll get off that again. Prayers to him. I hope it all works out, and hopefully. Also wanted to give a quick note to Little Reese. Little Reese was shot. And was critically injured. Where did this take? He was released. Okay, yeah, so he's good. So just wanted to send some.
He was released from the hospital. He was shot in the neck.
Yeah, shot in the neck. How do you survive a gunshot?
Well, I mean, 50 Cent got shot in the mouth.
I
Right?
know.
Tupac got shot in all kinds of places and came back a few times.
Yeah. A friend of mine got shot.
It's all about the caliber of bullet that hits you. If we're being honest.
Yeah, what'd you say, Jeff?
It's all about the caliber of bullet that hits you. If a 50 cal hits you, there's gonna be a hockey puck hole in your body. If a 9mm hits you, it's obviously gonna be more survivable. So.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, I'm thinking more so from the what records he? No, I don't follow.
He's featured on
Chief Keef's I Don't Like.
Okay.
He's big in the drill scene.
Do we know who did that? I mean, they have pictures of somebody shooting him in the street, right?
Yeah, it's just a random picture. They have the shooter's face.
Well, I'm hoping the best for him too, because all of this is sad as F-U-C-K. I'm trying not to curse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna curse. But
I was gonna say you're gonna curse.
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Yeah, New York. New York.
Okay. I try to sound like a lady.
You are a lady. You're a lady.
What?
A lady.
What's that?
You're a lady.
What does that mean?
Come on.
What kind of accent is that?
Lyric, you're better than this. You're better than this.
I'm better than this. Your accent is trash.
That's not an accent. Bam, where's that from, Bam? Thank you. What is wrong with it? It's from Martin. I'm a lady. No?
It don't sound like it. I watched Martin yesterday, actually. That's funny.
That's blasphemy. Listen. All I'm saying is...
You said it like you was British, okay? You did not sound like Sinead.
Bam, everyone got it.
He made that joke before here.
I didn't.
Oh, that's really cute.
You hating. You hating. What do I want to get into? Oh, all right, hold on. All right, what we talk? Oh shit! Look who's here! Come on, Lyric, slide over. Come on, slide over. Come on.
Don't try to be fucking cute.
I'm not trying to be cute.
Don't be cute for your friends.
Lyric, you already talked about my outfit for the show. Look who's joined the cast.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look who's joined the cast.
It's Wilson and it's regular Naz, aka Nasty Naz, aka I'm not so regular after all,
aka Republican Naz,
Ray-Ban Naz. AKA Nick's Naz with the great denim.
New name alert. Nick's Naz.
East Coast Eric Estrada in the house.
Hey.
East Coast Eric Estrada.
You don't even know who Eric Estrada is.
I do chips.
All right, just making sure.
All right. All right, so let me catch y'all up, bring y'all up to speed. We talked about Kodak and that whole shooting situation, Little Reese, and we talked about the show. So now that y'all are here, what did y'all think about the show?
Show was good, man.
Yeah.
Somebody was a little jealous of the cranberry Stetson. Somebody left a little early.
Yeah.
Who's that somebody?
Somebody was sitting second row, couldn't handle the cranberry Stetson.
What you talking about?
The guy who had the olive Stetson on, who thought he was...
Nas has been secretly having hat wars.
I know hat wars
with Joe.
So you gotta be direct.
Yeah.
If it ain't direct to direct,
word.
He's not gonna respect.
Yeah, he's not respecting that. Why? I just
Hold on. I'll
was he
be
talking
direct.
about you?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
That hat was a signal to me.
It's not though. It's not.
That's why he. How does he say it? In my story, he left early because he didn't want to confront the cranberry Stetson.
No, because
I don't
he had
know.
shit to do.
Yeah, I don't know why you think that you guys have a hat war.
He was like, how much longer? He's like, how long of this?
Nas, be careful with him.
Yeah.
Take a shot at the
Be
crown.
very careful with him, okay?
Well, he said, listen, he told us to be careful with you. I'm letting you know I'm riding. We're not going out like
Thank you,
that.
man.
I'm riding.
He really
I didn't know if you guys were gonna ride with me.
Nah, I'm riding.
He just didn't like what Wilson.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
riding. I'll call him right now and curse him out. I'm riding.
Curse him out.
I'm right. Lyric, you quit State of the Culture too.
Listen, excuse me.
Yo, listen.
We gotta
white
do
man
this in
gives.
synchronicity.
Yeah, listen, go hard to go home.
First of all,
I'll call him right now. and curse
First of
him
all,
out.
shout out to Joe Budden for coming through and supporting all of us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was
Yeah,
so
facts.
beautiful.
Yeah,
And Rory came.
Yeah, Roars.
Mal
Michael Roars.
did not come.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with that?
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not friends with them anymore.
Yeah, you know what hurt more than Joe's scathing analysis of my fourth mic ability, or Rory jumping in, kicking a man while he's down? The fact that I'll never get invited to that pool party, and I know it now. I know for a fact I will not be at the 2020 pool party.
unless you retract.
Yeah,
what you
no,
said
we're gonna
about
make-
Kanye
I can't do
West.
that. I can't do that.
All right, so
I
hold
can't do
on.
it.
If y'all haven't seen the live show yet, he was talking about how Kanye West has the best gospel album out. What gospel album's better than Kanye West? Kanye West is bringing people to the light. All this other rah rah rah.
Didn't
That
Kanye just do
Wilson
a-
was talking about.
Yeah.
Didn't he just do a free concert for prisoners?
Yeah.
Haven't seen that since Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
So he brought Sunday service to the prisoners.
Yeah. So
To the
masses.
to the masses.
To the mass,
He's for
Gave
the
him
people.
hope. Gave
the
him hope.
mass incarcerations.
Yeah.
Harris. I'm sorry.
terrible.
Yeah, I wanted to get
I'm
the correct thing. So
sorry.
it's,
West is for the people.
yeah, it's actually perfect
Is that
timing.
what we're saying now?
Kanye West may in
Kanye
fact
West is for the
very
people.
well be for
It's
the
all
people.
about humanity.
Yeah.
Is
so,
it all about humanity, or is he trying to look a certain way?
Well, hold on.
constantly?
Let's give some context to the
Well,
fans.
he has to look good.
Hold on. Let's give some context to the fans first. So, for those that don't know, Kanye recently visited a prison and met with obviously the prisoners and did Sunday service in one of the correctional facilities. A lot of the videos that are online look. It looked like a great success. Like, a lot of the prisoners seemed very moved. It looked like he touched some people, which I was really, really happy about, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I was really, really pleased. He was in the crowd with them, talking to them, like, reading scripture. Like, it was really, really beautiful. So, go ahead. Y'all can continue. I didn't mean to cut you
He
off.
was reading scriptures. What scriptures he read?
I don't know. He was mumbling some scripture. One scripture
how
I was...
you-
He was mumbling.
It was
Yeah,
so motivational.
because-
Everything that he did. You know, he was saying scriptures
Well,
and
no,
stuff.
I'm only saying just by looking at the prisoners crying and getting on their knees and praying. Like, I don't
Getting
know what
on their
clips y'all
knees and
see.
praying. Was Jesus in the throne when they was praying? Who was they praying to?
No, I feel like you're
God?
making fun of it. Yeah, let Wilson tell it. Yeah.
What was it?
Is it Jesus is king?
You could do that. Because you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. The Lord is showing off through Kanye West.
Okay.
So
The
You know,
Lord,
it's
like the
showing
European term.
Using
the
him to show
Lord, what does he do? Because through Kanye,
that's right.
what does he do? No,
Kanye has to be successful in
No,
order for this
I said the
Christian
Lord is
movement.
doing what through Kanye?
Showing off.
Showing off.
Hey,
Oh, I thought you couldn't hear him. I'm sorry.
hey,
This wasn't no class
This is a-
participation.
Word. I just be,
this
I've been
is-
getting
this
yelled
is a
at all
question to
day.
Wilson.
He's showing off through Kanye West.
He's showing off for Kanye West.
Showing off through Kanye West.
What is he showing off? What is the Lord
Well, when you see
showing off?
The Lord.
when you see Kanye's immense talent right in front of your eyes,
This is why Joe Budden was making that face. Joe Budden was like,
Careful
"Is he
with this
fucking
guy."
Serious?
Yo,
That's what he said.
Careful
I
with
looked
this
back at him.
guy.
He looked at me. He's like, "Is he fucking serious?" So I'm just, I wanna hear your seriousness.
Well, yeah.
Let him know, Wilson.
Yeah, let him know.
So what is he working through? He has immense talent, right?
He's working through Kanye
Speak
West.
like not like you idolize
Yeah.
him and like you idolize Jesus.
That's gonna
and
be
what
hard.
is Jesus doing?
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Yeah.
Some people don't like the fact that Kanye West
I'm
is now
on TV
billionaire.
talking like it's just you and me.
He got his tax return.
Yeah.
All the Lord. All of it.
Or the
It
white
is.
man that he went to go to with the MAGA hat talking about. May I?
Damn.
Yo, you don't even know if he was shaved
love
or
you.
nothing. Like,
I love it. I trust regular Naz because he's not regular.
no, you didn't trust his hairline. Look, you just exposed him. Like,
Exposed.
jeez.
Did you get a picture of that? Did you get
Back to Kanye
You should have took a
West.
picture of that and me going like,
Yeah.
what happened to my hat?
It's like, wow.
But you felt confident.
A little bit.
So go ahead, Kanye.
The mic to your mouth.
Sorry.
Kanye has to be successful in order for him to push the words of the Lord.
Oh my God.
So seeing
words?
Kanye do his thing, being successful, top of his game, right? Right? He is at the top. No?
No.
Can we all agree on that?
If we're talking about money making ability, and even he's got a number one right now with that album,
Yeah.
he would be at the top
He
of
wouldn't
the
be able to push the Christian movement
Method.
forward.
Yes, that's motherfucking
Or
right.
method.
That's a Freudian slip. No, that's a Freudian
That's
slip.
that honesty right there. Talk that shit.
I was
he
rolling
wants to
with
bring
you
the
until you
Christian
said-
method.
I just fucked up?
Go ahead.
That's a
Go talk
Freudian
about his
slip.
strategies.
That's a Freudian
Go
slip.
for it.
That was
Go
pretty
for
bad.
it.
That
Don't
was pretty
sip.
bad.
Don't sit. Put it down. Go ahead.
I forgot where I was at.
Damn, son.
But yeah, Kanye being successful definitely helps push forward the Christian movement.
Yeah,
So.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Are
man.
you saved?
I'm not Christian or really religious, but I do believe in Kanye West and his quest to improve humanity. He's been doing it with the low income housing. Well, he tried to.
He tried to.
But then they
what
tore-
even happened with that? They
Well,
shut that down.
Because
Well, his
taxpayers are not going
domes-
to pay for that, man.
Nah, his domes they said were 10 feet too high, so they tore him down.
Oh shit.
But you
What
didn't
was
get that
the
message.
song that moved
they
you
told
the
him that his
most?
dome was too high.
Oh my
What
god.
was the song that moved you the most on his new album, Yeezus is King?
I like On God.
On God.
Or God Is.
God is.
Isn't that
Praise
speaking
the
about God?
How's that joint go?
Wait.
Can you sing that again?
That's how it goes.
No, just sing it again.
Praise the Lord.
So
I
wait,
don't know the words
is
yet.
it on God when you're speaking God's name in vain? When you say something like on God?
No, he's giving
What's
credit to
on
God.
God?
Yeah,
He's saying everything's on God.
Right, you don't really want to swear to God when you're Christian though.
but he's
right?
not though.
He's just saying on God.
He's saying everything is on God. Like everything is praise be to God. That's what he's saying in that
Yeah,
record.
like
So,
we killed the live show that was on God.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All right, I'm ready to change this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
yeah,
I don't want to talk about all this, so I'm happy you guys are here.
Nas Unchained.
Naz Unchained. So let's get into some real serious stuff, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it, even though we've already been talking about serious stuff. But so Colin Kaepernick recently had a tryout this past weekend with the NFL, which is really, really big. So shout out to him. But there's some different news circulating around this. First, it came out that he was obviously going to be working out, and it was going to be a closed, no-invite media event, which is obviously unusual because you would figure something like this coming back and him actually going and trying out for the NFL would be something that would be newsworthy, but apparently that was shut down. Now, we then saw a live feed of him actually working out, which is really cool. What do you think this all means for him, and what do you guys think Jay-Z has to do with any of this, if anything?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, anybody. What do you think?
I don't care.
No?
You wanted to go first just to say that?
Just to say that? Like, way to start the conversation.
You know
Like-
why? Because if you really wanted to play football, you had the Canadian Football League. The XFL starts in 2 months. You could have went there. You already got paid by the NFL. You won the lawsuit. If you really cared about justice, you would have left Nike because Nike's manufacturing company is in China. When China is killing its own people, it's a game, bro. And I don't care anymore. You're 3 years removed. Everybody looks good in shorts. You're gonna get washed when you get back in the league. If you get back in the league, you've been 3 years removed. So you say, "Oh, I've been keeping up with it. I've been in shape. I've been running routes with other people who are not in the league." Everybody looks good in shorts.
Yeah.
The people in China ain't black.
What does that? But
so he's still.
What does that mean? So you shouldn't care for him?
So you can't fault him for not standing up for those people.
Why not?
His message has been about black people not getting killed by police.
No, he said injustice. What is it? Injustice anywhere is a.
My people. Police brutality to my people.
If you're saying
even that
injustice to one person
who's giving
is
up a Nike
injustice
deal?
to us all, then you stand by that. I can't have you pick and choose.
So has his mission shifted? Has his journey shifted now? Like he used to play football. Something happened. There was a turn of events. Mm-hmm. He connected somehow with what was happening in America at the time and said, this doesn't feel right to me. Like I don't want to pledge allegiance because this doesn't feel good. Yeah. And then now his mission is something else. And the NFL might be having conversations with him about unifying, right? Like we want to boycott and we want to divide when we can't unify, even though the real fight is about unity, right? Yeah. So they're probably telling him things like, we want to do this with you, we want to do that with you, because the majority is on people of color's side, and not, they're not going to win. Though I believe, and I know this to be true, that white is the minority now in America. If not right now, it's going to be very, very soon. But I already think that it is we're the majority. Ethnic people,
you
people
think
of color are the majority. Absolutely. Maybe not in Middle America.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking Middle America. I don't know if that's the case in Middle America.
It's not in Middle America, but in the country as a whole. I believe there is more people of color and ethnic people than there are white people now. I did a documentary called "White People" for MTV years ago, and that's what we were. That's what we were talking about. Gotcha. I'm sorry. Should I put this close to my mouth like this?
I've been saying that.
Look, I've been saying it for all I have lipstick on. I don't want to make out with the pot filter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah. So I feel like his mission is different. He might not want to play Canadian NFL. You know what I'm saying? NFL. He might not want to play football in Canada. He might want to be doing something different. And then it seems as if he's not necessarily bending for the NFL. He's still fighting. He's like, oh, I want media to come in. Y'all don't want him to come in? All right, bet. We're going to do this in Atlanta, where it seems that everything with people of color is kind of developing even more so right now, especially for the black community, African-American community. So, yeah.
I mean, my thing is, I think as far as... Go.
So reading what he said, we have a lot of people that are oppressed. We have a lot of people that aren't treated equally, aren't given equal opportunities. Police brutality is a huge thing that needs to be addressed. There are a lot of issues that need to be talked about, need to be brought to life, and we need to fix those. This is exactly what Naz is saying.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Once Naz said what he said, I was like, he's right. Like... Can't really argue it. My only thing is I think about all of the, like, how does this affect all the people? Like his significant other, Nessa, she was very much in that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that her fight changes? Do you think her direction or trajectory changes? Same thing with Hov, and we still don't even know what's happening with that whole thing. How does that change? Because
I think that they're all loyal to each other. I think that they will change together. They'll have conversations like the ones we're having now to make sense of it and to figure out what power that they have where they can infiltrate and make a difference. Yeah. Because obviously, Jay is a businessman. Jay is more than, he's not the consumer or the fan. He is the one in business. He is the one that has been a part of history. He's also old school, and he knows more than ever that we need each other, right? That's why he doesn't have radical behavior like Kanye West, let's say. Like he has more self-control. Yeah. And he don't like people smoking weed in business. Now it's a little different. People smoke weed, but he's the traditional, like, don't do that in front of people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, he carries out certain things in a certain way. And I think there are things that the average person like you and I, who might not be in the same business, don't really know about. But I think that they're thinking a little bit different.
Yeah, than what it was.
Yeah. I think he's going to make it on the team.
He's not.
I think he is. I think the NFL wants to put that to bed.
Well, that would be my thing. I'm 50-50. Kayla is shaking her head, and I'm 50-50 too. I could see him getting picked up, and then I could see him not.
I don't think any team wants to deal with that.
Nope.
That's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel. I feel like even with them welcoming him back in and the tryouts, I still feel like he will forever be looked at as a liability. Like, yo, at any given moment, you can have that same problem on your hands, maybe at a bigger scale now, because it's like, oh, you guys are the NFL, you're doing it again against Cap. Like, I don't know what team is going to take the chance on him at that point.
Well, it'll come down to him not having enough money. I mean, we're talking an NFL team, they're going to be 1.5, $2 billion.
Yeah.
Hove has that collectively through all of his ventures, maybe $1 billion.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, he would need multiple partners. So if he was an owner, it would be a minority partner, realistically.
Yeah, but how realistic is that? Like, think about it. A minority partner on a air quote liability?
No, I don't think the NFL lets that happen. I think it's owned. Each team is owned 100% by either a business group.
Yeah,
or
that's
a
what I'm
family.
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm 50-50. I think it would be amazing for him. Obviously, I don't want anybody to be unemployed. So great if he got another gig in the league. Phenomenal.
He has money. Cap has money. He won the lawsuit.
Yeah, but
he's got money.
He has like $30 million.
He has endorsements
and
as
a
well.
Nike endorsement.
He's coming back. And when he does, he's not going to be taking A&Ds.
I don't necessarily think he's going to play football again. I think
he is.
I think athletes once you're kind of done and you switch your whole goals and idea, like if he was practicing every day and showed that in some way, shape, or form, then it's like we know that he's preparing. You see somebody through their preparation.
So
he said he's been working out.
I'll give him that. He's been working out.
Yeah, he's still been working out.
He's just going to agree
not working out. I mean, being on the field and doing a certain kind of.
He's been doing that.
Yeah, but everybody looks good in shorts.
He's just going to agree not to take any knees.
Not everybody looks.
He's coming
good
back.
in shorts. It's not true.
That's my.
It could be the last play of the game. They up by 30. He's not taking a knee.
That's my last question. Do you think that he will kneel?
No. Not even.
No?
Exactly.
So then what's it
for? I don't care.
That's my thing. And that's why I'm with Naz. So on the way over here, I was having a conversation, right? And I'm saying to myself, they said, yo, are you watching the Cap Columbine workout shit? And I said, no. Combine, sorry. I said Columbine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Jesus, sorry. So I'm like, yo, I'm not watching it. They're like, oh, you were one of those that boycotted. And I said, yeah, I boycotted. And then I feel like I was sham because I boycotted, and now I don't even know what I boycotted for. So even with him going back into the league, like what I'm trying to think of what the optic is now with just this. Like, what are we supposed to expect? We boycotted with kneeling and doing all this, and then
no playing at all.
Yeah, like I just feel like I was used.
Sounds about how my people operate.
Can we talk about how now we're just talking about Cap getting a job, and now like Kaepernick used to be a name that we thought about police brutality. That was a thing we were supposed to connect to.
Yeah.
So when you talk about Kaepernick now, we brought up police brutality a little bit, but now we're just talking about him getting a job. So there's people that sit and stand with Cap. Some people don't stand with him because of police brutality. They stand with him because he got kicked out of the NFL.
He got kicked out of NFL, but that's my point.
But at the end of the day, we're getting away from the. I'm not going to try to cuss, but we're getting away from the main point of black people getting murdered, and also the reason why he stood or took a kneel. Yeah. And the thing about it really wasn't against the NFL. He used the NFL as a platform,
a pedestal.
So now it's like him against the NFL. Was like we're getting away from the main point. Yeah. So like that's the thing that really saddens me, to be honest.
Well, I mean. I think I honestly like Nas really hit the nail on the head, yo. Like,
it's gonna get back to the point though.
No.
Once the police beat somebody up,
how do you see it getting back to the point though?
Police are gonna beat somebody up.
They will, right?
and we all gonna be up in arms.
It's gonna happen.
Again.
But do you think he will be up in arms? And is my question. Do you think that
he's not gonna knee? If he's back on the team, he's not gonna knee.
So what does that mean? That's that you know what I'm saying?
But you did it.
I think Hove said it best. We all know what he need for or kneeled for. Mm-hmm. It's time to move on. Now we gotta take action. You know what I'm saying? There's we gotta figure out something else to do. Because bringing attention to it, we've already done that. We know why he kneeled.
But I think the most important part, I remember the World Trade Center situation, September 11th happened, and I remember going into school, and all of a sudden they wanted us to stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Mm-hmm. And that didn't feel good to me. Spiritually, I said, and I lost my stepfather on the World Trade Center. He was a firefighter.
Oh, shit, I didn't know
So it
that.
was directly affected by, I was affected by it. And then I go to school and they make us do that. And it did not feel right. And I was young. I was 16. But I knew about conspiracy theories. Mm-hmm. I knew about government and all of these things already. So, I think that I think that that's the most important part, not about the moves that Cap's making that we don't know about or we don't understand yet, but the fact that this is the mission. And what do? Maybe we shouldn't be following everybody all the fucking time, looking at them to be our leader.
Yeah.
We should be doing something here because we are just as powerful. You know, can we turn my mic up just a little bit? Because I have that sultry shit. You know what I'm saying? Midnight after dark shit.
I didn't mean to touch you.
No, it's fine. No, because
I've turned your mic up mad times. At this point, you need to adjust, Lyric. I've turned your mic up. I've done everything to try to accommodate
guys,
you.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying,
you have this whole soulful. I want to tell you how much I feel like you in a previous life was either a sex phone operator, B some spiritual.
Just called you Girl 6.
Yeah, like y'all don't get the zen vibes from Lyric every time she's around.
You don't tell Lyric to adjust. Lyric is the adjustment.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, when we was doing the live show, I was sitting down. I was like, oh my god, I'm hunchy, but my back is killing me.
I was like, this Lyric's gonna be tight.
I said, yo. Because when the cameras are on you, you have to sit up straight. You have to sit up a certain way. You can't just be like this. Y'all can't do a circle. Like we got a setup. We got lights on us. I gotta remind y'all.
Yeah, but we all have really bad posture.
I'm sorry. Let me do this. But yeah, that's what I think. I think that we shouldn't pay so much attention to what people are doing, but we should continue the mission and do what's important and what they started in the first place. Yeah. And that's why they use the platform like the NFL, because they want people like us to see that shit. They want us to know that shit. He's making more money than we'll ever make anyway. Oh well, too bad. It's just what it is. Yeah. And we just got to figure out what we're going to continuously do to tell our children and to tell our peers, don't fucking stand up to that shit.
Yeah.
Let's kill that whole song altogether and move on from it and get this whole white supremacy mentality that's going on in America right now the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, I just think...
I don't know. I think that shit is baked into America.
But it ain't baked over here.
But
apple pie is good.
I think it's dying a little bit, but I think we sent them into hiding.
That Mexican man, right? I believe
you gotta be like a closet
Milwaukee,
racist.
And they threw car battery acid on him, talking about get out of America. They doing all this American History X bullshit. Yeah. Like it's funny how you'll say something like, I don't think they want to deal with Kaepernick on that level. But it's like in my mind, when Trump got elected, I didn't think the government wanted to deal with somebody like that on his level. You know what I'm saying? It's like we ally with who we want to ally for whatever methods, right? Christian method, whatever methods, ally, free tax, all that shit. Whatever we want to do that's in our self agenda, that's what we finna do. The question is is he doing it for his agenda or is he still with us doing it for us?
Well, that's again, time will tell with that. I like that, how you put that, honestly. That was really nice. But I think...
But we don't care.
No. I honestly just think time will tell. Like, I agree with Michaela and I agree with Jeff. I think they won't touch this.
I think it'll be something where if he does get an offer, it will be written in his agreement that he signs on the contract stating you will follow the rules as per what we require.
Yep.
And that'll be that.
Do you think he's going to sign it?
Yeah. I 100% agree with you.
Chris, you got to save this part right here so that when some shit goes down, you can go back to this part.
And I'll be the first person, and I'll FaceTime Jeff. And we'll be the first people to be like, all right, we were wrong. But I'm rolling with you and Michaela. I'm rolling with y'all.
I'm betting you if he gets a contract, it'll be multiple years, and he will be very good at warming the bench in about 6 months.
Ooh.
You know who John Brown is? This reminds me of John Brown when he sent the letter to Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman. Do you know who that is?
No. I still gotta catch my flight though. I gotta be.
I know. Oh yeah, hold on, real quick. We gotta let Lyric go and glow.
Right.
She is glowing.
Hey, Freudian slip. Yeah.
I love y'all.
We love
I can't
you too,
wait
Lyric.
to be back. I do have to catch a flight.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Give me a
Flex.
Thank you,
Lyric. Thank you.
I hope you guys had fun with my little conversation.
Yes, we did. Here's your other sweater.
I hope y'all love me too. I hope I didn't say nothing to make y'all mad. Because that's what I always look forward to with the comments. Who wants to take my place?
Yeah. Somebody come sit down over here.
Bye, guys.
Huh? Nah, let the back out. Let pause. I'm sorry.
Are we pausing? Are we pausing?
No, I just said something that was pause worthy.
No, I'm saying, are we still live?
We're rolling. We listen. We did a live show. We chilling.
We'll handle this in post.
Yeah, we'll handle this in post. We'll
handle this in post. G, we'll handle this in post.
Yeah, Gianni's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, G is sitting here like, I'm not
Make the marker,
this.
Chris. Make a marker.
G definitely got the face like, I'm not editing this. I'm telling you right now.
Well, listen, real quick. John Brown was a white cat who helped kick off the Civil War. Mm-hmm. So he takes over. Let me give you the Cliff Notes version. He goes and takes a southern fortress over, barricade, full of weapons, right? He hated slavery. He's a Christian preacher. He hated slavery. His father taught him to hate slavery. He thought it was wrong. It was anti-Christian. He sends a letter to Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass telling him his plan. Mm-hmm. And when the other freed slaves were with him, this is a white cat. And when other free slaves were with him, they said, yo, we got to leave because they just sent word to the generals that you took the fortress. Mm-hmm. Like, he took the fortress with his son, like 20 people. He took it. And a few, I think 10 of them were like his children. Yeah. So he takes it, sends the letter, and he goes, yo, the bees will, the hive will like basically come together. The bees will hive. Mm-hmm. And then we'll take it and we'll kick this thing off right. That's the only way slavery is going to end. Mm-hmm. Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass never showed up. Mm. They never showed up. They never sent the troops, right?
I didn't know the story.
So I say all that to say it's unfortunately been in our history that when it's time to rally and it's time to like, yo, let's go and let's end it right now. It's like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, I'm going to take a step back.
I'm going to let Wilson do this.
And that's what I'm saying. No, you know what? That brings me to my point. I'm about to call them and curse them out. I'm riding with you.
Who? Which one?
With Wilson.
We back? We about to beef?
Yeah, we beefing.
Damn, we really want that smoke?
No, probably not.
Yeah, that's
probably not.
I ain't mute no more.
But if you want to do it,
if it comes down to it.
Yeah, if you come, listen.
I ain't mute no more.
I'm here with you. I stand with you.
Please invite me.
I appreciate that, man.
Please invite me to the pool party. I'm sorry.
Thought you guys was gonna go side with Joe, man.
Nah, man. No.
All right, so we all not going to the pool party.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, Detroit Jeff is gonna be there. Brandon's gonna be there in a Kango.
Yeah. Damn, a Kango.
You thought I forgot that Kango?
Yeah, I thought you did.
No. I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean that, man.
Yeah.
I'll let you have the cranberry.
Fuck that,
man.
It's our shit.
I can't let you have it. My mama bought it.
Word. But hold on real quick, because I didn't want to forget this as well. Before ending, I also wanted to thank a whole bunch of people. Randy, thank you. JJ, thank you. Luffy, Tone, Josh, Rashawn rather, Ray. There's so many people, and I don't want to forget anybody. Brittany, John, just everyone. I don't want to forget anybody.
I'll make us a graphic. With everybody's name.
Please.
We'll put it up because
definitely,
like it was a lot of hands on deck.
Yeah, like we pulled together and. You know, I'm sure E will share her thoughts next week when she gets back. But for me, I'm extremely proud of us. I'm proud of all of y'all. Like, we did this as a family, and I think we really, really did something great. And I'm proud of what we've done up until this point. So, thank y'all. As always, hit up the comments. Let us know what you guys think. If you attended the live show, let us know some of your favorite parts and even some of your worst parts. We're definitely open to the feedback, as always. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified for the latest to the greatest episodes. And that's it. We out. Episode 145. Hey, we out. All right. I'm Brandon Killabh HR.
I'm regular Naz, and I want to say shout out to Side Money Clothing Line.
Yes,
they sent my shit late, but so I couldn't wear it at the show.
Didn't pay for expression.
Yeah. I definitely paid.
Yeah, that's the owner for Side Money, by the way.
But I will be wearing this shit.
I will be wearing. Go that way.
I will be wearing it. The shirt that I got next Sunday. Shout out to them.
And y'all, we gonna get some Side Money grassroots joints?
Yeah, everyone is getting gifted Side Money for Christmas. business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'll get your sizes and stuff.
Sidemoney.co.
And shout out to
Sidemoney.co. Gang,
also,
gang.
I want to shout out to They Need Computer. Thank you for my what was supposed to be a mixer.
Hey, They Need Computer. I need some computer gear as well.
Definitely. And
who made those drinks?
And lastly, L. We already shouted out L. L is amazing. I'm gonna beg for her to come back. Lastly, these hoodies will be going up pre-order. I don't know
get
when.
Get the label.
Yeah, the label, it says Rooted on back. There's the Rooted logo. It's a one-of-one hoodie that actually Jeff designed, but we're actually going to release it. So thank Jeff and Bam for creating this. Amazing.
It's the LeBron D Wade effect. It's
yes,
that picture. That's what that was.
It definitely is. So look out for the pre-order. We'll drop the pre-order link for it. And then there's also, lastly, just our newsletter. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter. We always release exclusive content there, and you probably will hear about a lot of the other events that we're going to be working on in the near future. And then lastly, the Rooted t-shirts will be going on sale as well, that match this hoodie as well. So you can cop that. That said, thank you guys so much. Close out.
I'm Bam.
Yep.
He was there for 2 seconds.
Yeah, we're
You ready close?
yeah, right, yeah.
I'm Wilson.
Yeah.
And you know what's more shocking than the Joe Budden podcast trying to kill me?
No.
The fact that vending machines kill 4 times as many people as sharks do per year.
What?
Grassroots.
I'm sorry.
Grassroots.